Today on Rappler. DOJ prosecutors will not inhibit from the probe into the assassination of former Negros Oriental Governor Roel de Gamo. The Philippines borrows $1.14 billion from the World Bank. Suspended lawyer Larry Gadon pitches a BBM movement to address nutrition problems as Marcos's poverty advisor. Russian President Vladimir Putin says Russian pilots were killed during the aborted Wagner mutiny. Rappler entertainment columnist Ruben Nepales wins big at the 65th Southern California Journalism Awards. Fans can now stay in Barbie's Malibu DreamHouse on Airbnb. Filipino-American magician Anna De Guzman amazes America's Got Talent judges. And basketball player Richie Rivero confirms a split with Andrea Brillantes but insists they're still on good terms. The Department of Justice prosecutors won't inhibit from the investigation into the assassination of Negros Oriental Governor Roel de Gamo. On Thursday, June 22, Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves filed a motion with the DOJ asking its panel of prosecutors to inhibit from the probe. One of Teves' lawyers says the panel denied their motion for inhibition because they, quote, act independently as a panel. Teves' lawyer says the motion was not just for the panel to inhibit, but for the full DOJ to drop its pursuit of the case. Teves, who faces multiple murder, frustrated murder, and attempted murder complaints, earlier expressed his preference for the ombudsman to take over the case. So far, the DOJ has filed cases against 17 suspects, including Teves, with 12 of those suspects in the custody of authorities. Washington-based multilateral lender World Bank and the Philippine government signed 4 loan agreements totaling $1.14 billion. The breakdown of the deals includes $750 million from the Philippines' first Sustainable Recovery Development Policy loan, $276 million for the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Mindanao Inclusive Agriculture Development Project and the Philippine Fisheries and Coastal Resiliency Project, and $110 million for the Department of Education's Teacher Effectiveness and Competencies Enhancement Project. The Department of Finance press release does not mention the interest rate and tenor for the loans. The Bureau of the Treasury earlier reported that outstanding debt stood at 13.9 trillion pesos as of end April due to the weakening of the peso against the US dollar. The Marcos administration is aiming to borrow as much as 2.46 trillion pesos for 2024, an 11% increase from 2023. Larry Gadon, a lawyer suspended by the Supreme Court twice, says he would prioritize nutrition and job creation over doleouts as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s advisor for poverty alleviation. Gadon's appointment was made public Monday, June 26. He says the program would be called the BBM Movement, short for Batang Busog Malusog, a not-so-subtle reference to the president's nickname. Gadon was a senatorial candidate under the Uniteam Coalition, a broad coalition that supported Marcos and Sara Duterte in 2022. Announcing his appointment, Communications Secretary Cheloy Garafil highlights Gadon's experience in the corporate world as an executive and legal counsel. Gadon remains suspended and faces the threat of disbarment. President Vladimir Putin pays tribute to pilots who were killed during the failed weekend mutiny, confirming reports that several planes were shot down by Yevgeny Prigozhin's Wagner militia. Wagner fighters on Saturday, June 24, took control of the southern city of Rostov-on-Don before eventually retreating under an amnesty deal. There has been no official information about how many pilots died or how many aircrafts were shot down. Reuters could not independently verify the reports. Putin says he had deliberately let Saturday's mutiny go on as long as it did to avoid bloodshed, blaming Wagner for the deaths. Meantime, Prigozhin says his forces had not intended to overthrow Russia's government and had demonstrated the weaknesses in Russian security. Prigozhin says his fighters had called off their campaign to avert bloodshed. Rappler's Hollywood entertainment columnist Ruben Nepales bags a total of 4 accolades at the 65th Southern California Journalism Awards on Sunday, June 25, for stories published in his weekly Rappler column, Only in Hollywood. He wins the first prize in the individual blog category for how the slap heard around the world also jolted us backstage at the Oscars, his piece on the Will Smith-Chris Rock slapping incident. He also scores second place in the entertainment news or feature by a foreign correspondent category for his article titled Anna De Guzman's Blonde Ambition and the Ghost of Marilyn Monroe. Nepales is also awarded second prize in the feature by a foreign correspondent category for his article on Norshi Najipal's film The Deal titled "This Actress, Filipina Mom Inspires Hollywood Sci-Fi Film." Nepales also bags third prize in the Entertainment Journalist of the Year category. Nepales says he was already honored to be in the company of these journalists and mainstream outlets. He adds, "To bag the top prize is truly an honor." Ready for a free vacation in Barbie's World? Barbie's Malibu DreamHouse is back on Airbnb, and this time Ken's hosting. To celebrate the highly anticipated release of the upcoming film Barbie, Ken is offering fans a stay at the newly revamped Malibu DreamHouse in all its Kendom glory. Beginning Monday, July 17 at 10 a.m. PT, fans will be able to book Ken's bedroom in the pink oceanfront mansion for 2 individual one-night stays, for up to 2 guests each on July 21 and July 22, 2023 through Airbnb. All stays will be free of charge, but guests are responsible for their own travel to and from Malibu. Barbie is directed by Greta Gerwig and stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrara, Kate McKinnon, Issa Rae, Rhea Perlman, and Will Ferrell. It is slated to release in Philippine cinemas on July 19, 2023. Filipino-American magician Anna De Guzman amazes the judges and audience members during her audition in the reality talent competition America's Got Talent. Describing her performance as cardistry, Anna did several tricks where she asked judges Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel to keep, shuffle, and choose random playing cards. The 24-year-old artist shares she auditioned for the show, hoping to inspire more girls to do magic tricks with cards. After successfully pulling off her trick, she says, quote, "I honestly didn't expect that it would work in the end." In response, Howie says that there's nothing more exciting when the magician amazes themselves. In the end, Anna receives a total of 4 yes votes from all the judges. Richie Rivero comments on his breakup with Andrea Brillantes, addressing third-party allegations and revealing why they initially decided to keep their split private. In a fast talk with Boyabunda, Richie shares he decided to open up about his previous relationship to clear his name. Richie says it came to the point where his parents received comments from strangers in public spaces that their son is a cheater. He then explains the timeline of his split with Andrea, noting they agreed to take a little break from each other in April and officially parted ways in the first week of May. Richie shuts down speculations that beauty queen turned politician Leren May Bautista was a third party in his relationship with Andrea. He also clarifies it was Andrea who initially asked to keep the breakup to themselves. As of writing, Andrea has yet to address her breakup with Richie, but in a recent interview, the actress said she had loved truly. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nino Yu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.